Well, guys, here we are back at the Battle of Louisville Ferry, and my goodness, guys, I think that this might be the first time we actually are facing almost a definite defeat. Maybe not. I mean, we've had some real miracles in this fight, so we're going to keep on going, but for the first time, I'm actually kind of concerned with our armies, and we are going to just see what happens. Of course, Jenkins' brigade, Jenkins being wounded in action in the last episode, guys. Just fascinating now that we are starting to actually get some wounded officers. We didn't have that before, so let's hope we can do the same to the enemy, but right now, they're looking pretty damn good. Let's move forward also with Vaughn. We've already got a brigade moving up. I want to move even more, and the thing is, the Union will almost certainly have reinforcements here very quickly. So this is new with the update for sure, like these little tooltips. That's quite helpful. All right, thank you. Now, I want to fire over here on 3rd Brigade because we are so close to making them run. Come on, boys. Even if we have to cross that damn canal, we'll make it happen. We shall not lose Kentucky. Keep in mind, guys, if they take Louisville, they take the state of Kentucky back. Not sure what happens when they do take it back, if it immediately goes to Union control and starts giving them resources. If the politics immediately change, I'm genuinely not sure. Whatever the case may be, we're going to move forward with Preston Smith, and unlike a lot of the units in this fight, he's got the nice Mississippi rifle there with his men. 2,286 capable of using that weapon. Come on now, boys. Let's get a nice volley here on the Federals. I'm sure they're flanking us somewhere else. Even if they're not flanking us, they're arriving with a ton of soldiers, guys, up the road there. Look at that. Well, not really. Yeah, no, it is a road, and look at that. Also arriving with artillery. I think our only hope is to deal so much damage that they just retreat out of pure terror, basically. Out of a morale loss, really. Nice. The skirmishers are still firing. You know what, though? I think I'm going to reassign some of these units. Oh, maybe not. I forgot that we've got men moving over here as well. We can't reassign. We're just going to actually have to extend the line even further. And this is not necessarily going to stop the enemy, but it's a start. We'll also begin bombardment there of 2nd Brigade with Stuart's men. Keep firing, boys. An ungodly sound. Sorry about that, folks. I knew not much was going to happen in that few seconds that was going on, so I decided to let you guys enjoy without my narration. One of the few times you're going to be blessed with that, brothers. There we go, man. 3rd Brigade is about to run, and we do have a lot of Federal troops running. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Is it enough to win the fight? I highly doubt it. Want to hit that clump of soldiers right there, and it looks like Stuart is just moving himself up to get the perfect shot. You know what? We got to get Gordon's battalion up there as well. We really took the fight to the enemy in this situation, but I think it's a bit too late. They're crossing over there with a bunch of units as well. Eventually, they're going to overrun us, or we're going to run out of ammunition. You know what I'm going to do? Something a little strange with Vaughn. I'm just going to set him up right there and see if he can fire at the enemy across the river. Be a nice opportunity to rack up some kills here. Unfortunately, he's got the mixed muskets. Plenty of people in the comments have let me know, and I agree with them, that next turn, or, you know, when we get to the next part of the campaign, we have got to invest in some better weapons. Come on, man. 3rd Brigade really does not want to surrender. You know, look at that group right there. 4th Brigade. Right, this should be in range, and I think these 12-pound howitzers should be able to take some chunks out of the enemy. Pretty effective, actually, 12-pounders. The 6-pounders barely put a dent in the Federal forces. But if they make the same mistake that their buddies did, you can see them all dead there in the ditch, then we're going to get a lot of kills. So let's see if they do that. I'm almost tempted to charge across with the Tennessee State Militia, but I don't want to waste those Mississippi rifles. 498 casualties on the federal side already. Come on, boys. It's awful to hear that Jenkins has been wounded in action, guys. Let's hope that it's nothing too serious. These wounds, of course, can get pretty terrible. Well, the artillery is going to have to be on their best behavior. Right now, we need Gordon, even with his 6-pounders, to help us out. Fire at that clump of enemies right there while they're in that location. We're going to try to hit 2nd Brigade. In fact, it's going to force us to move forward a little bit farther than we'd like. You actually see, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, the cannonball flying over. That's definitely a 6-pounder, because we didn't actually see any smoke pop up. Now, let's take a look. How's Vaughn doing? Yup, he can get a shot for sure. Just have to let the enemy get closer. I am not going to prompt him, because I want to see if the enemy will get themselves trapped in the river there again. And finally, guys, finally, we've got 3rd Brigade on the run. You know what this means. The Tennessee State Militia has a duty to go and deal with the enemy crossing the river over here. Let's go, boys. Get to marching. I love that, those Tennessee colors, too. What we've determined are Tennessee colors. But, like I said, these are going to be the new Confederate colors, the baby blue. It just looks so damn good. What can I say? Fire. Look at that group, man. We are just getting devastating shots there. Keep it up. Kind of want to target their artillery, but this is the best approach. And see what I'm talking about, guys? Getting that devastating fire on the enemy. You can't stop us, Federals. You cannot stop us. Hit them with the skirmishers. Yeah, I think they intend to cross the river. This would be a mistake as far as I'm concerned, since that bridge has been destroyed. Good work, engineers. Man, this is entirely the work of the artillery right now. They are just stacking bodies, I believe. Yep, our skirmishers are starting to engage that group. And 4th Brigade doesn't have a lot of men in it. 1,200. That's not a lot in terms of Civil War standards. But I'm almost certain that they've got another group that they could bring across. And for some reason, the Tennessee State Militia is not following orders. I'm just going to order them to attack like this. This plan all rests on Vaughn's ability to hold the line. If he can't hold the line, we are lost, brothers. We are lost. I don't think we have a single infantry unit. No, that's it, guys. That is it. That's our entire army, really. The Army of Kentucky under Polk, I believe. As long as Polk doesn't get hurt, I can live with it. Polk is actually, for those of you that don't know, a bishop. Or was a bishop in real life, which is kind of an interesting thing to be, if you ask me. No! Damn it, cancel that order. I hate when I do that. It's okay, we'll cancel the order, but how frustrating is that? And thankfully it was just the 6-pounder. Yep, they're trying to make it across the river for sure. In fact, Vaughn is reloading. They know what's up. Open fire, Vaughn, into their flanks. And that's got to be a good 2,500 men. Yeah, 2,700 men. Man, I'm almost tempted to bring this guy back, to bring Preston Smith back. Yeah, I'm going to halt Preston Smith and bring him back to fight over here. The skirmishers are going to have to hold the enemy off over in this area. It really depends whether they get the order in time, because if he gets... I don't know. We'll just see what happens. There we go, boys. Get him in the river. That's right. Alright, we can bring him back. We can definitely bring him back. Come on. Come on, son. Yeah, skirmisher's doing a great job. The only issue with the skirmisher, well, number one, the lack of manpower, but number two, they will run out of ammunition eventually. They can't fire for the rest of the battle. It just doesn't work that way. What are they doing, man? You guys can go ahead and just put in the comments, because they've been doing this for a long time, that same motion. You know, this game just sometimes... just weird. Alright, look at that, guys. 3rd Brigade once again faltering. And they have a lot of men, but I think they've realized the futility of the situation. It could be because of what our engineers did, that the enemy simply cannot cross here, or knows that crossing is going to cause great difficulty. They also know that Preston Smith and his men are arriving here. Try and even the odds. This is definitely something the devs have to fix, though, because the Union should absolutely be getting across here. Because of that weird situation, they're not. Although, Vaughn is definitely taking some damage. He is wavering as well, guys. I want to see if we can get 3rd Brigade to waver first and maybe force the Union to fall back here. Tennessee State Militia, do your duty. Come on now. With that Mississippi rifle, they could do a hell of a lot of damage. But I fear we're going to have to push them forward a bit. No, we're good, we're good. Alright, look at that. Yep, falling back. Nope, they're going for the attack, and actually our guys fell back. Vaughn's brigade did finally break. Got a feeling that was going to happen. But I do feel like we have to push them a little farther forward, evidently, to be able to really make contact. Fire at 2nd Brigade, boys. Everything at 2nd Brigade. These units will not return to this fight. There is no way. They have given up. Vaughn looks like he might... No, I was going to say he might have one more volley in him. I don't even think that's the case. And as you can see, guys, the Federals are closing in on us. Absolutely a different battle than our previous ones. I am certainly concerned. Not yet willing to give up, but I'm getting there. Fight to the end, boys. Fight to the end. We've got Preston Smith arriving with the Mississippi rifle. Got that artillery firing away. I want everybody focusing right there on the unit. Try to get them to break 3rd Brigade there. And again, they haven't lost a lot of men, but their morale is shot. So maybe just hitting them with a few rounds of artillery will do the trick. Like that fallback from the skirmishers, but 4th Brigade, despite not having many men, is looking pretty vicious right now. I've never had to do a retreat. Oh, man. Yeah, I have never had to do a retreat. We're going to have to figure out how to do it if it comes down to that. I can't believe I'm even considering it. That's it, boys. Keep on firing. Keep on firing. I get the feeling like if we could just break one more of their units, maybe we can still win the fight. But this unit is bugged to hell. I don't know what's going on with the unit. Very badly bugged. Let's hope that that works. Nice! Our men still have a volley or two left in them. Damn! 4th Brigade, you can even see the dust popping up and kicking up behind that unit. It's a reason to keep fighting. Also got a flank shot here with the skirmishers. But again, I'm not sure what's going on with Tennessee Brigade. Evidently, the unit is bugged pretty badly. Still firing, though, with the artillery, especially with how close they are now. Yeah, boys. Those Federal guns are looking pretty vicious too, guys. Let's try this. Consider it the next best thing, and that is to order a charge. When we get about here, we begin firing. You gotta improvise when you've played this game long enough, and sure enough, I'm hoping that that's a good way to improvise in this particular fight. Here we go. Charge, boys. Try to get them right across the river here, kind of throw them into the water. I mean, that's 2,254 men there. I'm hoping they're going to make a big difference. And there we go. We've got the Federals on the run, boys. Sometimes those last-ditch efforts seem to pay off. Now, I don't necessarily want to charge across the river. That might be foolhardy. Just turn and fire at that unit. We're going to have to kind of ignore this unit for now, although I'm sure that they're going to make Vaughn's brigade break here eventually. But if we can break another Federal unit, who knows, guys. Either way, even if they win the fight, they have had to fight tooth and nail to take Louisville. It's not a very big army, but just like us, they don't have nearly as many forces in the west, so, or in the center in this case. But this is considered the west, at least in this campaign. So we'll see what happens. We'd love to chase him down and take some prisoners, but that's not going to happen today. You know what I will do, though, is turn these 6-pounders over here to focus on 4th Brigade. I'm going to do the same with the Tennessee artillery. Actually, they're getting great shots on the enemy artillery. Let's see if they can hit 3rd Brigade, although I feared that they're just too low in terms of elevation to be able to get a good shot on them. I can't believe the Battle of Louisville Ferry continues, guys. I think either way, though, no matter what happens, we're going to have to get Polk out of here. His army, or his army is battered. Oh, I love that. I love that, guys. That artillery is absolutely making its mark. And even the 6-pounders are doing a lot of damage at this range. I think we might be able to get that unit to fall back. Open fire, boys. You're not out of ammo yet. Looks like they've got about 9 rounds per man. Pretty desperate in this situation, but I don't know why they're not, like, lining up to fire. A little weird. Trying to get them aimed in the right direction, but they don't seem to want to follow orders. Now, for whatever reason, 3rd Brigade has sort of regained its strength. So has 2nd Brigade here. That's a little scary, guys. They're starting to get stronger. Maybe we need to keep that fire going. Giving these guys too much leeway. Yeah, I'm going to switch over at least... Actually, it looks like the Tennessee State Artillery is still firing at that position. Over here at 3rd Brigade. Let's have them hit 2nd right there. Because I think that's a little more in range. I might also flip Gordon's artillery around here. Maybe we can't dedicate them to firing at 4th Brigade right now. May need to use every single one of our men to just take them on. Come on, guys. We need some rifles on location. There we go. Finally got them to start shooting, and that was perfectly placed artillery as well. I'm sure I'm just as curious as you guys are to find out what happens here. Who ends up coming out on top? I think for sure we lose. I mean, I just don't see us being able to deal with these numbers, but we'll see. Fire. See them cleaning out the cannons there. We need more shots on this cannon right here. There we go. Need the enemy to be wavering. In fact, I'm a bit shocked they haven't fled yet. We're going to go ahead and fast forward here. It's not something we typically do. But that's how badly I want this to come to a good conclusion. There we go. Got 1 unit running, guys. Look at that. It looks like Vaughn's brigade is back to his usual self. I am going to advance with him right there on the edge of the river as well. Unbelievable, guys. Nope, there we go. More federal squads arriving, of course. See, again, AI's got to deal with that somehow. That's really weird. Looks like they're going to charge across. We're trying to fire at them before they actually make contact in the charge. I will send our men into support. And there we go. Managed to beat the Union. I definitely probably want to go back to regular play there. But yeah, look at that nice little charge that just occurred. Unfortunately, it caused this unit to have to retreat. Vaughn's brigade. Man, talk about a crazy fight. Looks like the Tennessee State Militia is getting very close to retreating themselves. I think it's only a matter of time before we are forced to fall back here. What about the artillery? They're still fighting on, which is amazing. But look at that, guys. An almost entirely fresh regiment there. There's just no way we make it through here. There is absolutely no way. Yeah, we know, General Pillow. We know. We need to retreat out of here. I hate to do it, boys, but we are going to retreat. The Great Kentucky Retreat, some would call it. Our first loss against the Federals. But it had to be done, my friends. And as you can see there, it looks like casualties pretty light on both sides, given the actual theater of war we were in. But never a good thing to lose a battle like that. Well, guys, it can't all be a victory, unfortunately. Polk's command is going to have to withdraw very quickly if he wants to survive, of course. But the war must go on. Thank you so much for continuing to watch the series, and you know what you have to do to see more. I love the feedback. Make sure to keep it up.